Welcome to the Carolina Beat. I'm Chad Greenhill, talking about perspectives and expectations with Juliana Monroe from CP Med Spa Laser and Skin. Hi, Juliana. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
How's your perspective this morning?
I thought it was on point, but I'm not really certain. I always get a little nervous.
So it's important that we establish, of course, expectations when people come in, when clients come in to do some services with us. But so much of what we expect depends on how we perceive, what we're looking at.
Sure.
So I love to see the improvement from session to session. If we're doing skin tightening, if we're working on someone's acne, we'll do a segment on problematic skin. But when I have clients who do come in and I say, how are things looking? And they're like, I don't know. Do we see some improvement? Maybe a tad. So much of that really depends on their internal current state of life, their
Sure.
current life condition. So we have some improvement, and then somehow someone will go, but there's still this one line that really bothers me. And we're in this process of unfolding, the loose skin and tightening it up and then revising the crease, but they can't, the reflex is to focus on what still is negatively, charged.
Sure, like when we look at ourselves and we only see the one thing that
The
is
imperfections.
wrong.
Right. So what was one of the first things you said to me when you saw my outfit today?
I said I liked your outfit, but I didn't really notice anything other than maybe something on your sleeve.
Other than something on my sleeve. So
Right.
I have this shirt that I absolutely love, and it's a really nice shirt. I think it's comfortable. Sure. Somehow it acquired a blemish, and yet I still want to wear it.
Right.
So I think it's relative today that we bring into awareness, focusing on the improvements, focusing on the good stuff, celebrating the little victories, right? And acknowledging that these little blips on the radar, they're little blips on the radar. And if we do focus, then we energize what we're looking at. It really does, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So
our focus and our thought process actually makes it feel and seem worse?
It makes it worse. It makes it worse. And we want to bridge this gap between what we're doing, in the office and what we're doing, at home, right? Because
Sure.
the way we think affects our physiology.
Absolutely.
So I wore the shirt. It's got a little teensy blemish on it. The rest of the outfit, I think, looks pretty good.
Right, it does. And of course, the focus becomes the blemish.
We want to try to focus more on the positive.
Sure.
We want to celebrate even the teensiest bit of improvement.
Right.
And
how can we do that with ourselves, though? So if we're looking at ourselves, we're the most hypercritical of ourselves. So how can we help train ourselves? Maybe a tip that we can use to help train ourselves to not be that way.
We're going to have to look at this world in a different way. We're going to have to see the impermanence that it is full of.
Sure.
And we're going to have to take a leap of faith that we might not be as impermanent as it. And we might have to choose better who we're identifying with. Are we identifying as these bodies that are very vulnerable and very damageable?
Sure.
Or are we looking for something bigger than that?
Well, that's awesome perspective to take into your life. So as we're going through these and we take time, the small steps throughout each of the sessions are what we really need to focus on, the little improvements.
We're looking at the little improvements, and we're not going to watch the pot boil. This is very important. As we come to the office with a concern, we're not going to continue to look at that concern. It's a bit of a mindset shift, right? It's positive expectation. There has to be some detachment from this outcome of, I want perfection in body.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that amazing information
You're
today.
welcome.
Information is up on the screen there. If you need more information, contact Juliana today.